Welcome back, Arcadians, to Al's Arcade. How you all doing, guys? It is good to be back. It has been, what, 6 weeks since I've done a video? That is a long time, and I do apologise, but I have been really busy with work, and I've just had to get my head down while the sun shines and make hay. Is that right? Make hay is when the sun shines? I guess you do if you're a farmer, but I'm not a farmer. I build walls and I repoint houses and all that kind of stuff. And this time of year, with the weather being as good as it has been, I've just been head down into work and been extremely tired in the evening. But I've just got back from holiday, and you'll see in a minute. And I'm just up for a video. I really am, because we've got a lot to announce on the channel in this episode. We've got a lot of pickups. Got a lot to talk about, and let's start with the arcade, because we've got a couple of new additions. Well, this one has been in there a while, but it's finally working, and I don't think I've showed this yet, but it is a Nintendo Space Firebird, and I've got to say a huge thank you to Mark for getting this fixed. He got both board sets fixed, so I had 2 cabinets with 2 board sets, 2 monitors. He could only get 1 monitor fixed, but he got both board sets working, and it's playing amazing. This is a game that I used to play, God, when I was about 11 or 12, down in Dorset. I remember it quite a lot in the pubs that we used to have, because kids weren't allowed in pubs back then, so they usually had like a shed down the end of a pub garden with a dartboard, pool table, and at that time they had arcade machines. And I fondly remember seeing Space Firebird a hell of a lot. So I've got a lot of nostalgia for playing this game. I've owned it several times in the past and sold it, and I'm so chuffed to get this back, because I think it's a fantastic game. The further you get into it, the more the enemy patterns change up, so keeps the game really fresh. Yeah, it's a great little Nintendo game, really is. But I've got a bit of work to do. Well, I have been doing a bit, because I had 2 actual cabinets for the game, and I'm trying to make one decent one out of the 2. So this casing down here is made of metal. It's not wood like the Taito versions. The Nintendo ones are made of metal. And just before I went on holiday, I sent this off to the powder coater, and he shot blasted it, powder coated it, and it's come back looking absolutely amazing, brand new. Can't really see under this light, but I will do a separate video on this, of me putting this all together. I've also had the legs, these sexy legs, resprayed and polished by my good friend Fraser. Fraser, big shout out to Fraser, lovely guy. I don't know if you remember him at Revival in the UK, brought along a beautifully restored Enduro racer. But yeah, he did those for me, because I don't really have the tools or the space to do all that kind of stuff. So I'm really chuffed about that. I'm going to assemble this in a video, and then we'll do a gameplay at that at some point. And I don't know if you noticed next to it, look at this. This is a new cab. Now, I could quite easily say grail, but I think that term is overused. It is a game that I've been wanting for quite a long time, and this has been given to me on loan. Which is really nice of the guy to do this. I won't give him a shout out yet, but basically he said you can have it on loan, and if you decide you like it, you can buy it at some point, which is amazing, really. But at the moment it doesn't work, so I haven't been able to play it. I've just got to send the board set off to get fixed. But it's a beautiful cabinet, guys. Look at it. It screams me, doesn't it? Pies or cakes, ice cream, you know. It's just a beautiful Atari cabinet. I love Atari cabinets. It's so cool. And it's a great game as well. And I know what the game's like, because I've got a New Wave toy of it, and I've played it a lot, and I love it. It is such a cool game. Super cool cabinet. Really chuffed to get this in the collection. We will do a separate video on this when I get it fixed. I've got Richie Knuckles' signature on here. I'm not sure I want to keep that, to be honest with you. I don't know why it's on there. Whether it's been in some sort of competition or something, I don't know. But obviously, if you don't know who Richie Knuckles is, he holds a lot of world records for like Space Invaders and stuff like that, and he's got his own arcade in America. But yeah, I'm not sure why his signature's on there. So yeah, we're going to do a video on that and on Space Firebird. So we've got a lot of stuff to cover, as well as all the Neo Geo We will return to the Neo Geo MVS collection. I've been playing a hell of a lot of that. This cabinet actually has had a few little problems. Well, one problem, it's intermittent, so sometimes the sound would just disappear. You get the Neo Geo logo sound, but then when you credit up, play the game, there's no sound. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it just needs a clean, because I do take the carts out and put them back in, and sometimes it comes on. So I think it probably just needs a clean. But loving the Neo Geo, guys. Absolutely awesome system. I want to get more carts for this system and do more videos on this, which I will do. Other than that, yeah, all good down here. Tempest and Centipede are all playing well. Been playing a little bit of Speed Rumbler. I think that is a really underrated Capcom game. I'd love to get the PCB of this. It's a really cool game, as well as Section Z, another underrated Capcom game. I had a meet here fairly recently, and this game went down really well. People loved it, because I think a lot of people are used to playing the NES version, but the arcade version plays completely different. It's a fantastic game, it really is. And then over here, still got the Alka Bomber, which I love. I love that little cabaret. Such a cool little cabaret. And I've just got the FPGA board, bit kit in there. Been playing a bit of bump and jump. Astra Blaster, still working fine, but I do need to get the marquee light fixed on that at some point. It's just another one of those small little jobs. And I need to do a video on this. I need to make a light box up for this RoboCop marquee, because it's super cool. Original Data East RoboCop marquee that I want to get mounted in a light box and lit up here in the corner of the arcade. That's super cool, because I do have an original board for RoboCop. And then down here, well, the console area and my bass playing area. I do like playing the bass. We've got a load of pickups, guys, and that's what we're going to talk about next, as well as some new announcements and a rare PCB that I've chosen for the 10pence Arcade Podcast High Score Challenge, which we're going to play in this video. It's super cool. So grab yourself a beer, let's sit down, have a chat and get through all these pickups. Right, guys, before we get into the pickups, I have a huge announcement to make. It's taken me ages to sort this out, but we're finally here. We are finally organising this year's UKVAC meet at the Time Warp Arcade in Bridgewater, Somerset. I can't wait, guys. I really can't wait. It is on the 15th of November. Doors will be open at midday till late. £15 is the ticket price, and that gets you free play on all the machines, consoles, and includes a buffet of pizza and chips, which hopefully will be served at 8 PM. There is a local premiere in about 8 minutes away. If you want to stay over, I'm staying over, and I recommend, if you want to have a beer and make the most of this event, booking yourself into either the Premier Inn or the Mercure Hotel, which is basically just 3 minutes walk away, so you can have a beer and walk back to the hotel. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. If you want to get more details about this event, I'll put links in this video below. Stuart, who runs the Time Warp Arcade, would prefer if you could pay by PayPal, because it gives him an idea of numbers and organising the food. So when you go to the link, go to his PayPal, pay the 15 quid, just make sure you put UKVAC Meet and your name so we know who you are. It's going to be an awesome event. I really can't wait. I love organising these events because it's a great way to meet new faces in the hobby, get fresh blood into the hobby, as well as meeting up with old mates. And I think the Time Warp Arcade is an awesome venue. It's got that old school seaside vibe about it. It's got some amazing machines, some fantastic drivers, and some really old school arcade machines as well. And Stuart is a top bloke. I think I did a video on the Time Warp Arcade on my last channel, and so you can see what stuff he's got there, but it's changed a lot since then. He's now got a whole console floor, so you can chill out up there and play some old console games. So yeah, it's going to be an awesome event. I can't wait to go, and I hope a lot of my subscribers on this channel can go, and I want to make this one to remember. It's going to be awesome. I think November's a good date as well, because in the summertime it can get a bit hot, especially with the summer we've had here. We've had an amazing summer, but I think organising such a big event like this in arcade can be a bit much in the summer. So I think November, when it's a bit cooler, it's going to be absolutely awesome. So make sure you're there, guys. Let's make this one to remember. I shall be plugging this non-stop now, right up until the date. Get yourself a ticket, get your hotel booked, and hopefully I'll see you there. I'm also going to mention Nerg. Nerg apparently I think is coming back next year. That's another really cool event, but we've got no details on that. And Pinfest, which I've never been to, is in a couple of weeks. I think that's in Daventry. I'm going to go along to that if I can, because I'm actually thinking about getting a pinball, guys. Not just yet, maybe next year, but I've got to move things on and see if it's going to work in this space. But I wouldn't mind getting a pin. I've been thinking about getting a Swords of Fury. It's an old school Williams pinball. It's got those Mega Drive sound effects, which I think would suit this room. I mean, I do love the modern pins, but I don't know. They're very expensive, and B, they've got to fit in with my arcade, which is very retro. So I think maybe start off with a cheaper, older pinball. An early classic like Swords of Fury would be absolutely awesome. So I might go to Pinfest, see if I can get a few goes on it. Never been. Right, what have I been up to? Well, I've been on holiday, and that's the reason why I haven't been doing many videos, and also I've been busy with work. This time of year, I've just head down into work, just getting as much money as I can, you know, making hay while the sun shines, as they say. Just getting as much work done as I can, and just being tired in the evening because I've been doing a lot of driving. But I did save up, managed to take the family on holiday, went to Spain, stayed in a villa there, absolutely beautiful, fantastic views as you can see here. We had a swimming pool, one of those infinity swimming pools we can just see out in the view, really high up in southern Spain. And then we went on to see my brother, who's actually moved out to Spain now and stayed at his villa. It's the first time I've seen his house out there, so that was awesome, spending time with my bro and the rest of my family. It was really, really good, really nice break. Went out on the sea, tried to see some dolphins, but they never turned up. Saw a flying fish and a load of plastic bottles, and that was about it, but didn't see any dolphins. But it was a beautiful holiday, really relaxing and hot, very, very hot. But I don't mind that. I get used to it after a while, as you can see by my tan. Yeah, don't adjust your TV sets. There's nothing wrong with your contrast. I do have a tan, guys. But yeah, nice to have a break, but nice to be back and back doing YouTube again. So here we are. Let's get into the pickups and what I've been up to. So I have been playing a bit of modern. I don't collect modern games, but I do like dipping my toe into modern games, keeping up with what's fresh, what's new. But as I don't collect them, once I've finished the games, I usually move them on. So I've just finished Warhammer Space Marine 2. I thought it was a cracking game. It took me 10 hours to finish, so it didn't overstay its welcome. So this is from sort of the Warhammer world, and it is an action game, very similar to Gears of War. Plays just like Gears of War, really, with just loads of aliens running about. Very cool game. And for 10 hours, it didn't overstay its welcome. Can't recommend this enough. But, you know, I finished it, and I should be moving this on, because I don't collect modern games. I'm really, when you look at my collection, it is cart-based only. Neo Geo, Switch, Mega Drive, SNES, NES, PC Engine. Okay, Saturn, but I've got a very small Saturn collection. So I'm really a cart collector or PCB collector. I don't really collect disc-based console games. But the next game I've been playing, I've got my teeth right into, absolutely adoring this. I did delve into this on the PS4, but gave up or got distracted and never went back. But my good friend Martin at the Hobby Lodge has been helping me build a character, and I've got really deep into this game now. I've killed my second Remembrance boss and absolutely loving it. It is Elden Ring. What a fantastic game. Super cool game. Yes, it's hard in places, but you know, you don't have to do the hard bits. You can come back to the hard bits once you've built your character up and just go around and do the easier stuff that's easier for your level of character. I just love the enemy designs in it, the creature designs in it are out of this world. It's super cool, very atmospheric. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing this. This would probably take me all year to finish this, because I just delve in now and again, as well as playing all my retro stuff. But what a game. What a fantastic game. So Martin, thanks for helping me out in that. As I said, I did have a little mini meet of YouTubers here, just a small event, because it was so hot that day. I didn't want to have too many people here, and I wanted to have people I'd never had here before. So I had Scott, Sega Zombie, Martin, the Hobby Lodge, Alex, U-Star Gamer, and Tetley all come here, and we had a fantastic day. I did a little barbecue, went to the Swindon Retro Games HQ. They bought some games, I bought a couple of things. Yeah, it was just a great day. It was nice to have some different friends over here and enjoy the games. Section Z went down really well. Everyone loved that, as well as all the other stuff, but it was hot in this room, guys. It was such a hot day. Had a big fan down here at the bottom, trying to blow all the air out. This room's great for holding the heat in the winter, and actually keeping it cool in the summer. But as soon as you turn all the machines on, it just gets hot in here so quickly. In fact, Space Firebird went down a couple of times. I think that was struggling with the heat. But a great day, really, really good day. Right, some other pickups. We have here a game that I never played back in the day. I played, it's a game by Julian Gollop. Huge fan of his. He did Chaos, Rebel Star, UFO, Enemy Unknown, if you've ever played those turn-based strategy games. So he was kind of the pioneer of those. But I never played Laser Squad back in the day. I think this is very similar to Rebel Star. So I wanted to get this for my little Julian Gollop collection. Fantastic artwork. It is obviously for the ZX Spectrum. Don't pick that many games up for the Spectrum these days, because I've got all of the ones I want. I've never got rid of the ones that I had originally, so I've got my collection that I want, really. So it's just the odd one here and there I'll pick up if I haven't all got it already. But yeah, super cool to have that in the collection. Going to give that a go. For the Spectrum's not set up at the moment, what I'm thinking of doing is getting a modern monitor, because I don't really have space for the Spectrum anywhere unless I have it over here. So I might get a modern TV and the news Spectrum and have it hooked up there, because I like having the Spectrum on a desk, not on my lap. And that is the only place on top of this cocktail machine. That's why I got the cocktail machine, really, so I could have it as a desk. So I might set it up on there at some point. Picked up Solar Jetman. I've had this before, but for some reason I must have got rid of it. I had the box version, because I'm only collecting loose now. So I got this off Alex, U-Star Gamer. We did a little trade. This is a fantastic game by Rare, I believe. Really cool game. Nice to have that back in the collection. And I've got a couple of games here. Oh no, just the one game here I got from Scott, Sega Zombie. It's one I've been after for a while. It's a Japanese version of Gunstar Heroes. I've played this, but I haven't played it on the Mega Drive. Did it come up? It must have had a port somewhere else. I've definitely played it, but I've never played it on the Mega Drive. But it's in fantastic condition. Scotty did him a great deal on this. He gets some amazing games coming in his shop. He really does. I guess that's the great thing about owning a shop. You just get all these walk-ins. He just did a fantastic video on a load of stuff that come into his shop. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Sega Zombie, he runs the Retro Realm shop in Ipswich, and he's got some fantastic games for sale. He does you a really good deal as well. He's really reasonable with his prices, you know, and I love to support his shop. So cheers for that, Scott. Loving that, mate. When we went to the Retro Games HQ in Swindon, I saw this. I think he wanted 45 for it, which a lot of my mates were saying is about the going rate, but I thought, nah, I want to get cheaper than that. And I did ask if he would drop the price, but the owner wasn't in the shop at the time. It was someone helping him, so he couldn't drop the price or do me a deal on it. So I got home, went straight on eBay and found this for 15 quid, and it's absolutely mint. It's absolutely mint. So it just goes to show the bargains are still out there. If you're patient enough, you can get them. It's a lovely copy of Sonic, the original Sonic on the Japanese Mega Drive. Got to have that in the collection. And here's two absolute bangers. Oh my God. So this was from the same seller. I've owned this on the Japanese before, and I had both copies actually. I had the American and the Japanese at one time together. One of my favourite games on the Super Nintendo is Hagane. Now this guy had it up for 330 quid. There's the sticker. It's just about falling off. And there's a lot of these games, there's a lot of Hagane games on eBay for around that price. Buy it now. Even higher. Some are $4.50. But he had best offer on it. So I just sent him a bid for 200 quid and he accepted straight away. And that for me is a bargain, because I think I paid 130 quid for Hagane about 10 years ago. So 70 quid in 10 years is not too bad, I don't think. And it is in immaculate condition, guys. What a game, Hagane. It's an action game. You're playing a robotic samurai or ninja. Tough in places, but oh my God, this is sort of the pinnacle of 16-bit art on the Super Nintendo. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic to get this back in my collection. Because as you know, I did have to sell a lot of my games off when I was struggling on hard times. But look at that. Amazing. And what a deal for 200 quid. I've opened it all up, checked that it's all original. Always do that. It's got a poster in there as well. It's absolutely immaculate. One of my favourite games on the Super Nintendo. Top 10 game easily, hands down. Great to have that back in my collection. Awesome. The great thing about a Japanese box art is you actually get more artwork. On the American one, because it's boxes sideways, a lot of the artwork's cut off. But here you get to appreciate the whole of the box art. Super cool. And the next game I got, yeah, he had this up for 75. There's his price on there, 75 quid. Sonic Wings. I managed to get 10 quid off this. So I got this for 65 from the same seller. Another great game. Not many good shooters on the Super Nintendo, but this is a good one. And again, in fantastic condition. Look at that. Lovely box art. Really, really cool. So yeah, 2 games ticked off the list. Getting my old Super Nintendo collection back again. Slowly getting there. But I'm going for all the cream, all the good ones. Just want my favourite and the best games in that collection. Right, next up, this was something I pre-ordered, I don't know, it feels like years ago. Is it strictly limited? No, I don't think it is. It is Shockman Zero. So this was a satellite view game that came out on the Super Nintendo. I haven't even played it yet, but it plays very much like Mega Man. I do actually have it on my Super Nintendo EverDrive, so I don't really need to open this up. I can play it on that. So if you have got the EverDrive, I think you can play it on that, or I don't know who did this. Masaya Games. It's from the EU. Is it Masaya? Can't pronounce it. But yeah, looks cool though. Looks alright. I don't think they would have gone to all that effort of making an actual box and the cartridge if the game wasn't all that. Because obviously they've got to sell this. So I'm actually really looking forward to playing this. I haven't had a chance yet. But yeah, that's another little cool pickup, which took ages to get here. Like a lot of this stuff. I have cut down on a lot of those limited editions from Strictly Limited, and they just take so long. Right, let's just have a little sip of my coffee. Hope you're all well, guys. Let us know what you've been up to. Right, my next pickup here is a really funny one because I watched Martin the Hobby Lodge. He paints a lot of figures. And I did a lot of that when I was a kid. I was really into sit down miniatures and Dungeons and Dragons. I used to paint lots of figures and I used to collect them. They're all lead back then though. And the companies that I remember the most was Robo Hopper and Citadel Miniatures. And there was one figure that I had that I remembered that I've since lost. And it was a giant mammoth, but it was an undead mammoth, so it was all bones. And over the years, I just lost bits of it. It broke up, fell into loads of bits, and slowly over time, I lost bits of it. So I think I probably ended up just chucking it out because half of it was missing. And I used to go onto eBay looking for this figure, and I used to type in War Mammoth Citadel Miniatures, and nothing used to come up. And something must have jogged my memory, because someone mentioned a company called Grenadier, and I can't remember who or where I heard it, but I thought, oh my God, that is the company that used to make the War Mammoth that I used to have. So I typed in Grenadier War Mammoth and it came up straight away. There was a lot on there. There was loose ones, there were painted ones, but I didn't expect to see a sealed Grenadier War Mammoth on eBay. He had it up for 55 quid, best offer. Sent him an offer for 45 quid and he accepted. So I got a sealed War Mammoth from 1984. I remember getting this. Rob, Mash, if you're watching, I used to play D&D with him. He used to own this as well. So it comes in a load of parts. I've got to glue it all together. But then there was a part of me thinking, oh, shall I keep it sealed? Or shall I open it up and put it all together? What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments, because if I open this up, I'm going to get a lot of nostalgia. I'm going to get all the smells from the 80s. It's going to take me right back to when I actually bought this figure back in the day. What I would have been 14 at the time, or 13 when I picked this up. Or do I keep it sealed? Now, it's not particularly rare. There's loads on eBay. In fact, there's loads that are loose. So I could buy a loose one and paint it, keep this sealed. Or for the sake of it, I mean, I don't buy these things for investment or anything like that. And obviously a sealed one's going to be worth more than an unopened one. But at 45 quid, it's not going to go up much more in value anyway. So I'm actually thinking about opening this up, putting it together, getting all that nostalgia back, the smell of the box, and just seeing it all laid out neatly in the box. And maybe doing a video of me putting this together and painting it all, because I'd love to get a little display cabinet in here for my LED figures, my Game & Watch and everything else. And this would be a nice figure to put together. Look at that. Masterpiece Editions by Grenadier. Really chuffed to get that. And next up we have some vinyl, guys. We have some vinyl. So I go into this little record shop in Wantage called Let It Play. Lovely guy in there, Mike. I've had a load of CDs, over 100 CDs in my loft that I've been wanting to get rid of for ages. I don't play them, I just move them to house. I play most of my music in the van at work through my phone, but when I'm in here, when I'm pottering around, it's vinyl all the way. I love putting a vinyl record on. So I went into the shop, I took all my CDs to Mike. I said, look, are you interested in these? He said, yeah, I'll take them off your hands. You're not going to get that much for them. They're not worth a lot, unfortunately. There was a lot of rock in there. There was some cool stuff in there. My collection and my tastes are really good, guys. But they still don't go for a lot. And I managed to get I got £75 credit out of all the CDs, which is not too bad, I guess. And with that, I think I brought one album. So I sold 100 and brought one back. And it is probably one of my favourite albums of all time. I remember when this came out, I was 19 or 20. And it had such a big influence on me because I was actually hitchhiking around Europe at the time, just bumming around, busking and just, you know, doing what you do when you're 19. I just wanted to travel. I was one of those beatnik kids. I used to love Jack Kerouac on the road, listening to the Doors, reading books, murder books, trying to look cool. And I just liked travelling around. And music was my thing. Music for me has always been such a big thing, as much as gaming. And when this album came out, Upton Baby by U2, changed a lot. This was such a surprise to go from Joshua Tree and Rattle and Hum to this. It was unbelievable. I mean, what an album. Every track on here is absolute belter. There were some tracks when it first came out I wasn't that keen on, but they've grown on me now, especially when you're playing this on the record player. Some of the tracks are just unbelievable, and there's no other sound like it. Now, I know you two are a big group, and a lot of people are going to cringe at their later stuff. I totally agree. I'm not really into their later stuff, but for a band that have been going so long, they've made 4 fantastic albums in my mind: Unforgettable Fire, Joshua Tree, Rattle and Hum, Upton Baby, and Zooropa, and then that's it for me. I might find a couple of tracks on some of the later albums that I like, but as far as standout albums go, they are the 4, 5 best they've ever done. There's not many bands that can say that they've done 5 fantastic albums, but for me, Upton Baby is probably my favourite. I've got the most memories of this album, and it's probably still the most played album for me. I think Steve Lillywhite produced this, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Brian Eno. See, he was a huge influence on U2 back in the day, and I think he mixed a lot of their stuff. But what a fantastic album. And this is quite a rare album, believe it or not, because at the time this came out, everyone was into CDs. So this wasn't produced in large numbers. That's why this is quite an expensive LP to get now. 75 quid this cost me, but it sounds amazing. Love it, absolutely love it. Also picked up a brand new album by another band of mine that I love, Pearl Jam. This is awesome. Dark Matter. I think the last 2 albums they've put out have been outstanding. I love Pearl Jam. Again, early 90s for me, this is what it was all about. U2, Pearl Jam, all the grunge scene I was into. But yeah, if you haven't heard this yet, Dark Matter, some fantastic tracks on there. Waiting for Stevie, Dark Matter, Scared of Fear. Yeah, they're still on top form. I think they're a brilliant band. And what was their last album? Was it Gigantic? Or I think it was something like that. That was a good album as well. But yeah, really enjoying this. Fantastic to get that. Also got an Iron Maiden. Is it Iron Maiden? Iron Maiden? I think it is. Yeah, Scott got me this. When he came to my meet, he brought this along because I didn't have this album. So cheers for that, Scott. Classic Maiden. For me, again, Maiden for me is... I love every album right up until Seventh Son. And that's where I kind of... I don't mind a couple of their newer albums, but still, the classic era for me is from Paul Di'Anno right up until Seventh Son. Are my favourite. Is my favourite Maiden era. Anything past that, I'm not so fussed about really. They kind of lost their way a little bit, new singers and stuff. But yeah, that is it on the pickups, except for one more. We have this here, which is Breakthrough. I don't think I showed this. This is by Data East. And I picked this up because Steve Bonehead, a good mate of mine, had a PCB of this up for sale on UKVAC, and he wanted 80 quid for it. And I thought 80 quid for a working original PCB, it's got to be worth buying. So I brought the PCB and then didn't realise it came out on the NES as well. I think it was America only. But yeah, it's a good little game. It's a horizontal driving shooting game. It's something a little bit different. So if you haven't played Breakthrough, we're going to play it now as well as Hopper Robo. We're going to go over to the electrical and cabs, put in Breakthrough, Hopper Robo, play through and see what we think. These are 2 really cool game guys, so if you haven't seen this, check this out. Right, here we go guys, this is Hopper Robo. It says Sega 1983, but on the PCB it says Orca. So I'm not sure whether Orca made it and Sega distributed it or the other way around. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments because I'll be very interested to know. I think 1 or 2 plays, just how many games you've got or how many lives you've got, I'm not sure, but it's definitely not a 2-player game. And the object of this game is basically to get everything in order, very similar to Bomb Jack or Donut Dodo if you've played either of those games. It's just like a platform collecting game, but if you can get them in numerical order, you get a bigger bonus. It is quite difficult. It's getting used to the mechanics of the enemies. You can land on the enemies to kill them, but if they land on you or touch you from left or right, you're dead. So you've got to make sure you land on top of the enemies. There's lots of girders, there's lots of tubes to sort of go down, very similar to Mario. So it's got a bit of Mario gameplay in here, but it's a very cool game. So let's see how far I get. I'm not very good, but if you haven't played this, check this out. So we start down here at the bottom. I'm this little guy here, the red character, little robot. I've got the number 1 already, got to get number 2. Then I've got to get number 3. As you can see, I can jump on these springs, get up to the top quickly, and then I can... Oh, I thought I'd jumped on his head then, but I just missed him. If I'd landed on his head, I would have got him. So I've got to get number 5 next, then number 6, as you see it's highlighted. See, I've got him there. Now I've got to get number 7. Number 8, and I can go down this tube. Oh no, I missed the tube, but I've got the last parcel. So it's a bit like Mario's cement factory. So number 1 is in the middle here. You can sort of double jump on some of these as well. Oh, he got me. I divered, guys. You can't hang around in this game, you've got to move quick. Oh. And you can sort of hang on the girder there underneath. It's quite difficult though. Ah, he decided to jump down. See, I didn't know they could do that. Game over. Let's give it another go. This is going to be one for the high score challenge. It really is. I can get them in order. I can get a bigger bonus. Got to watch them now because they're a bit close. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, I touched him. I got too close to him. Couldn't get past him. I guess I could have gone up there. So it's a 4-way game. Or is it an 8-way? I'm not quite sure, actually, because I can jump left or right. I've got to get that number 6 at the top there. How do I get that? I think I've got to... I didn't get it in order. Never mind. I'm just going to try and get off this level. Is that what I want to do? Oh. Yes, we've done it. Level 1 done. I love the music to this game. It's a proper old school arcade game, isn't it? Oh, it's difficult. They're hanging around a lot. You can jump down the bottom there. That's not a problem. Ah, it's really tough. I've got to give it another go. I've got to give it another go. It's very addictive. I want to get past level 2. Let's try it again. 1. Climb up. 2. So it's going to be difficult to get him. Got him out of the way. Yes. Oh, I didn't get that in order. Number 8. Oh, down the tube. Come on. Yes, he just done it. Don't think I got much of a bonus for that though. Right. Oh! How do I get up there? This is really tough, guys. Oh! Maybe it's like burger time. You can get them all together somehow by jumping on all of them at the same time. I'm not going to bother getting them in order. Oh my God, wherever you go, they're there. Oh! Oh! It's so hard. Cannot get off level 2. One more go. It's got that one more go. Gotta get off level 2. Come on. Right. Can I get him? Got him. Got him. Got him. Got the 5. Can I get the 6? No! It's so tough. Ah, he just jumped just as I was jumping. It's not fair. It's so tough. Yeah, we've done it. It's only level 1. It's level 2 we've got to do. I don't think I can get this in order though. This is tough. Oh my God, I got hit by an axe. Or whatever it is. Oh, that is a tough game. I didn't get off level 2. I really want to have one more go. I don't want to put my name in because that's such a rubbish score. I've got to have one more go, guys. It's so addictive. Oh, I've got 2 together. I've got 1,000 points there for getting them together. Oh, look at that. Skill McBill. And he's done it. That's a good score. Nice big bonus, 20,000. Right, it's level 2. Let's do it. I can't seem to jump. Ah! 22,000. Got to beat my old score. Come on. Oh my God! As soon as you're there, they're there. Oh my God! Where do I go from here? Oh my God. How do I get up there? Come on, he's nearly done it. Oh my God, is there a time limit on this? There must be. I can't seem to... Yeah, he's up there. Oh my God, he comes out the window at the top. 27,000, come on. Oh my God, how do you get up there? I don't know how you get up there. I don't know how you get up there. Oh, 28,920, guys. Oh, I've still got another life. But I can't figure out how you get up there. Maybe I... No, I can't figure that out. I don't know how you get up to that middle bit. Tough game. I'll have to have a check that out on YouTube, but that is a score to beat, guys. How many 10p's would you put in this back in the day? You can see I put quite a lot then. It's quite an addictive game. There you go, Alex. 29,420. The score to beat for the arcade podcast, 10pence arcade podcast. Right, next game. Data East Breakthrough. Right, here we go. Data East Breakthrough from 1986. Never played this back in the arcade. Did you guys? Don't remember seeing this. Haven't even played the NES version yet either, so I'm really excited to see how this plays. It was only 80 quid, this PCB. It's got to be worth 80 quid, isn't it? So let's give it a go. Horizontal shooter driving game. I don't know, it's a weird one. I've never seen anything like it. So we've got fire button, shoots, 8-way stick, controls the speed of the car and the direction and how you die, like that, which is not a good way to start the game. Right. It's kind of pushing me along, but that's okay. You can pull back on the joystick, get a bit more time on the screen, and then you've got to jump. So you do these kind of wheelies to avoid obstacles as well. And I've got to jump this. Got that Jeep out of the way. The graphics are a little bit bland for the era, I think. Ah, jeez. Game over already. Let's try it again. Get a bit further each time. Oh, a bit of flicker there on the screen. You need to adjust that. So, guys, have you played this on the NES or the arcade version? I'd love to know. Nice jump. Trying to get that Jeep before it obviously gets... I've got a bit greedy there. I should have just left the Jeep. You don't have to get the Jeep, but I'm going for points. I want to get everything, right? So I should have actually just left that, because you can just drive past. I do like the way it does a wheelie, or got him that time. Right, now I've got to get this power up. I have to get this power up. Got it. And I managed to jump over the ravine. Now I've got triple fire, which is cool. What's coming up? I can sense an enemy coming up. Oh my God. Got a bit further. It's just sussing out the enemies and what they're going to do. They're going to do the same every time you play it, right? So it starts you off where you last got killed, which is nice. I don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. Keep forgetting about the jump. I think the key is to stay back a bit, really. I don't think we've got a time limit. Another jump. Getting quite far now. Yes, got the end of stage 1. Awesome. Right, break the enemy lines in the bridge area. Stay alert. Okay, so we're going to cross a bridge now for stage 2. Oh my God. That was that. Guys, what do you think of that? Breakthrough by Data East. I'm going to give this one more go. Got to. See if I get any further. Come on. Here we go. See, I've already put 30p in this game. How many 10p's would you give this back in the day, guys? With your hard-earned paper round money. I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty cool. Definitely interested to see what the NES version plays like. But the key is just to stay back. Get that power up, which is really important. There it is, coming up now. Oh, he just made it over the rocks. Oh my God, it's so difficult to see where their fire's going. Got single fire again now. It's a real shame because I could have done with that. Oh my God, not doing so great. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. So there we have it. 1986. Graphically, it doesn't look that impressive for a 1986 game, but the gameplay's good. What do you reckon? How many 10p's would you put in this back in the day? Well, that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but stay tuned on the channel because the next video is going to be returning to the Neo Geo collection. We've already done 4 games. We've still got another 70 odd left to get through, so look out for that. And don't forget to book yourself down for the UKVAC meet at the Time Warp Arcade in Bridgewater, Somerset for November the 15th. All the links in the video below, guys. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.